Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is some extra notes here for you on 5-4s, particularly on CW3, CW4, HW3, and HW4. You're going to find these notes. They're going to help guide you along with some of the problems that look like the problems on the homework and things that we've done in class, just to help remind you. So, something that we've been doing in 5-3 in our last unit, we're going to recap some older stuff right now first, before we move on to the newer ones, is that we have a problem like this, where we have a triangle on top of a triangle. Just to highlight to make it a little bit more pretty, so you know exactly what I mean, is that there's a triangle, FMN, on the inside of the triangle, FGH. So this little blue triangle is on the inside. There's also a triangle of FMN, that blue triangle or green triangle here on the camera. And the second triangle in our problem is FGH. So it's a triangle inside of a triangle. Now, what we got to do, we have to solve for x, which is this variable down here. We need two sets of sides to set up a proportion. So we have this side here of FH as 8x minus 13. The side that goes with it in our proportion is FG. That's also blue here on this blue line, which is 81. So we're going to actually type that out in our equation here. 8x minus 13, this blue side over this blue side of 81, they're going to be on top of each other in our proportion. So we did our bottom divided by the 81. Now this is going to be equal to another set of sides that we have to figure out. We need two sets. So now 77 is the bottom FN. And that matching side on the other blue side of the triangle is 63. So we're going to do 77 over 63. And this is how we set up our proportion. So the bottom of the big triangle over the bottom, the bottom of the big triangle over the left side of the big triangle is equal to the bottom of the blue triangle or the green triangle over the bottom of the left hand side of the small triangle. Once we set up a proportion, we're going to cross multiply. Cross multiplying looks like this. We're going to do 8x minus 13 times 63, and then 81 times 77. So it's nice and pretty. I'll type it up. So we're doing 63 times the entire thing of 8x minus 13 is equal to 81 times 77. And now 63 times 8, that's going to get us 504 on the calculator. And since there's an x involved, we write x. Minus, now we do 63 times 13. We get 819. And that's equal to 81 times 77. So 81 times 77 gets you 6,237. So 6,237. So we just distributed, like you guys been doing in Algebra 1. 63 times 8, and then 63 times negative 13. 63 times 8 gets you 504, x. 63 times negative 13 gets you negative 819. And then 81 times 77 gets you 6,237. Then we got to do our inverse operations. We're going to add 819 to both sides. So both sides of the equal signs gets added 819. So 6 237 plus 819 gets us 7,056. So 504x is equal to 7,056. Then we got to divide by 504 to both sides. And we're going to get x equals 14. And that's how you solve for x in this particular problem. Alrighty, so let's move on to the next one. So, something we have to notice here. This is more of the focus on what we've been doing in 5-4 notes here. Triangle KLM is similar to triangle PQR. So K matches up with P, L matches up with Q, and M matches up with R. So KL, I'm going to highlight here in colors, try to make things as pretty as I can. KL I'm going to do in blue. So KL, this side matches up with PQ. So where's my PQ? My PQ is actually down here. So those two sides match up based on what we've been told up here. LM, which I'll do in red, LM is equal to the side QR. So LM, this side, is equal to QR. So the two red sides match up. And then the two black sides, KM, matches up with RP. Now notice there's nothing on KM and RP, so we can kind of just ignore those for now. Our goal now is to set up the proportion. The blue over the blue is equal to the red over the red. So 182 over 39, blue over blue, is equal to red over red. So 14x minus 14 over 30. That's how we set up the proportion. Then we cross multiply and solve for x. And I'll do that for you now too. So 182 times 30 is equal to 39 times 14x minus 14. Oops. Slide this all up a little bit. Then we got to distribute. So 182 times 30 is 5460. And that's equal to now 39 times 14 is 546. X is minus, now 39 times 14 is 546 again. So that's how we get that equation. So we distributed 39 times 14x gets you 546x, and 39 times negative 14 gets you negative 546. We then got to add 546 to both sides. Add 546 there. Add 546 to this side. So 5,460 plus 546 is going to get us 6,006. Which is equal to 546x Then we got to divide both sides by 546. So 6,006 divided by 546 gets us 11. Because we divided both sides by 546. And we got x equals 11. And that's how you do that problem. And problems like that. So you just got to make sure you highlight the colors. Make your life a little bit easier. All right, let's move on to the next one. This is our next little style here. So once again, we're told that they're similar to both these triangles. And we just got to match up our sides. So let's get going on that. LM, the first two letters match up the first two letters here. LU. So LM and LU, those two numbers are going to be matching up together. We'll set up a proportion. Then MN matches up with UT. So MN matches up with UT. So those two sides together. Then by process of elimination, we know that LN matches up with LT. Let's still put the color in just for show. So LN, the green guy, matches up with the green guy. We know this based on what they tell us up here with the letters and in the problem itself. So now ML, which is 2, 2 divided by 1, because I did the bigger one over the little one. So 2 divided by 1 is equal to 2x minus 6 over 2. We're then going to cross multiply. 2 times 2 gets us 4. And 1 times 2x minus 6 is just 2x minus 6. It's nice multiplying by 1. Everything stays the same. We then add 6 to both sides, so we get 10 equals 2x. Then we divide by 2 to both sides, and we get x equals 5. That's how you solve a problem like that. Let's move on to the next little style here, problem. They tell us once again that triangle CDE is similar to triangle NML. So let's match up the colors so it's nice and pretty. CD matches up with NM. So CD matches up with NM. So now we know those two sides go together. DE matches up with ML. So DE matches up with ML. And by process of elimination, you guys know CE is going to match up with NL. So CE is going to match up with NL. Which makes sense because with C and N, they both have the double tick, so they're similar. And both the sides are blue and green, so these sides are blue and green. So it all matches up nice. So now let's put them over. Let's do big over little. So green over green, so 32 divided by negative x plus 26 is equal to 36 over 9. 36 over 9. And those are the blue ones. That's how we set up our proportion. We then cross multiply. 32 times 9 is equal to 36, parentheses, because there's multiple terms, negative 1x plus 26. Now you just have to remember there's an imaginary 1 between that negative sign and the x. Next, we got to distribute it out. Or let's first multiply. So 32 times 9. We put that in a calculator. We get 288. And that's equal to, well, 36 times negative 1 is negative 36x. And then 36 times 26, we put that in the calculator. We get 936. Let's go get a plus sign, because positive times a positive gets you a positive. So that's our next line. So we distribute it on the right-hand side. And we just multiply it out. Then we're going to subtract 936 to both sides. So 288 minus 936 gets you negative 648. And that's equal to negative 36x. Divide by negative 36 to both sides. And put that in the calculator. And we get x equals 18. That's how we do a problem like that. So make sure you're just colorful. Use the colors. You could copy the triangles onto a piece of paper, a separate sheet of paper. Take some colored pencils or highlighters and help highlight it. Because these names, when we name it, they help identify what triangle goes with what triangle. What side goes with what side that is. All right. That'll be it. All right, if you have any questions, just come to Extra Help and I'll be happy to help you out. And we'll keep practicing these together. All right, have yourself a wonderful night.